Good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock on Monday, and today is February 17th. This is Connie's Craft Room. I'm Connie Melton, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in McKinney, Texas. And what I want to show you today is one of our new kits, and it's absolutely great. It has 8 cards and 8 envelopes that come with it to show you how to make 8 cards. But there are so many parts and pieces. People have been getting 25 and more out of this kit. So we're going to do a couple, not as they're shown, because if you know me, you know I'm a rebel. But I did want to show you that there are instructions. If you decide that you want to make these exactly as they're shown, there are instructions for that. And there are usually a couple of additional ones that they show you, but it doesn't look like they did this month because they're going to let you use your imagination. So let me show you what's in the kit. You get a stamp set, and this doesn't show too well, so here's what it actually looks like. It has these cross hatches and a butterfly. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. Thankful and grateful. I love this. I feel lucky to have you, because next month is St. Patrick's Day, and it's about luck. So I will be using that in mind for St. Patrick's Day. And pre-printed cards, there's 4 different styles. There's a beige, a really light pink, a light blue, and a darker pink. These 4 have the cross hatching, and so do their envelopes on the inside. And these have the other style. And you can see those are very old-fashioned. You could cut these, which I plan to, cut these and mount them on another type of cardstock that would match. And let's see, this is a pink, but the printing in the background, that could even go with the Cajun Craze that I'm going to be using for a card that I'm going to demo for you. They're very mix and match. So it also comes with a small stamping block. This one is fairly thin. It's not like our regular stamp blocks. These are our regular stamp blocks. You can see as thin as that one is, that's probably a third of the size of our regular thickness. And it comes with some tear and tape and dimensionals and a stamp block. This one's pecan pie. I saved my little blocks back to give away for demonstrations and little gifts and orders, so we won't be using that one. We'll use the full size that I have. So that's a really fleshed out, firm kit. Let me show you the best part, though. Here are some things to stamp your stamps with, little pieces here. These will all fit within these that you can cut out, or I'm sorry, punch out. They're laser printed, laser cut. This is the best part, the ephemera pieces that come with it. These are gorgeous. And they're all different colors. They're that Victorian turn of the century, last century look. Look at these butterflies. Well, here you can see how they're laser cut. They're just falling apart. They're very easy to punch out. I'm going ahead and punching that one out because I'm going to use it. Look at this one with the yellow roses. That's the name of my team of demonstrators that I work with. We're the Texas Yellow Roses. Here are more pieces and parts and even more. These flowers are gorgeous. And my favorite part, I love printed vellum, and you will too if you've never worked with it. It's so delicate, so dainty, very feminine. But not all your cards have to be feminine with this set. Just depends on the colors and the types and styles that you use. So I'm going to set this aside and bring back in that piece of Cajun Craze. And we're going to, this one had stamped all over it. We're going to stamp our own. So I'm going to make it the same color of ink, so it will just be light in the background, not a contrast. Okay. I'm going to take that little crosshatch stamp and put it on a block. And this will just be random. The nice part about this is look at how the printed ones came. They're not perfectly square. They're a very vintage look of just all random and pieces that are not stamped as hard as the others. So if I don't get a perfect stamp on this, it's going to be great. It's not going to be a problem. Just going to randomly stamp, and you may not even see it down there. You might have to get it up closer to even see it's the same color as the paper. So it's just getting a light background, just a little texture for what we're doing. Don't be afraid to stamp off the edge. I should have put a little bit of paper down. Okay, that gives it a little texture. Now I just want to put some pieces down from here that match that. And I am thinking, I saw a couple of banners. Here we go. That I liked. That I didn't think were particularly feminine. They were just, you know. So that one's like a daffodil, I believe. Daffodil delight. But this goes with the Cajun craze beautifully. So I want the yellow one to be a little shorter, I believe. Or do I want this one to be a little shorter? Yeah, maybe this one. I'll cut just a little bit off of that. I'm not even going to get the trimmer out. I'm just going to trim it just a little bit. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, so let's put some tape. And if you're a glue person, use glue. That's how we are, aren't we, crafters? We're either a tape person or a glue person. I'm going to butt it up against the edge. Okay. And the same with this one. I put a little tape on it. And I'm going to overlap it just a bit. Okay, so far so good. Now, we could either stamp one of these or stamp another sentiment, but let me close this before I stick my hand in it. These pieces are called ephemera. We also have in the catalog and in the mini catalog ephemera that have words, and some are pictures, but on page 19 of the annual catalog, you'll see here are some that are all words, here's some that are pictures, some that are all flowers, and some that are labels and layers. But I want to use some from our new mini catalog. And if you need a catalog, just drop me a comment here and I'll be happy to send you one in the mail. On page 13 of our mini, here are the ones that are currently out. Excuse me. There's a birthday one. There are the stripes and florals mix and match envelopes. So you just pick your card and envelope that matches. Then you pick the ephemera pieces you want to use, and you can put together a card very, very quickly. Okay, so here are the ones from Valentine's. Let's see, I think I have those out as well. But there are some in that do not have to be Valentine. There's some that are just beautiful flowers and some very dainty, lacy hearts. Excuse me. This is what they're calling washes and florals. It has some springy things in it. Cursive that looks very pretty. And then there is the Greetings for All Mix and Match. And you can see some of them are gone. I've used them. There's the Best Wishes. There's Christmas in here. Congratulations. There's Easter. Friendship, Thinking of You, Sending Sunshine. There are some that are even the black background with the white. I think we're going to use, let's make this Best Wishes and more of a male type, not flourishy female type style. Let's use Best Wishes and set it aside here. Then that could be anniversary, congrats on a new promotion, happy birthday, just about anything when you say Best Wishes. All right, let's set this aside. Okay, so we're going to say Best Wishes on there, but it does need something else. What else do we want to put on there? Probably not butterflies. Well, now there are, oh, that sunflower's pretty, but not for a man, perhaps. Gee. This one's kind of cool. If we use those butterflies, isn't that pretty? That's going to be pretty for something. Or I set the other butterflies over here a little while ago. Yeah. All right, I'm going to knock this little hole out and use some twine. So do we want to use this color? Oh yeah, I think so. All right, let's use a little bit of twine. And it's about probably 8 inches. I'm going to run it through the front. And bring the tails through here. Okay. You could, if you wanted to, unravel some, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use some of the dimensionals. Pop this up just a little bit. Four should do it. These are two-sided sticky, so you stick one down to what you're going to pop up on your card, and then you take the back off of the other. Let's see if I can, and if you hear that noise, our kitty that we adopted when a friend passed has decided she does not like closed doors, and she is outside my craft room letting everyone know all about it. And she's being mistreated. And of course, when she was on this side of the door, she was crying to get out. Typical kitty cat. All right, we're going to put Best Wishes on there. I think that's pretty good. If we wanted to use any sort of bling, we do have, this is adhesive back swirly dots. They're kind of woody, wooden looking. You know, maybe just a couple of those. Let's see what we think. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you like my little addition here or not. I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, then for the inside, I use, and I didn't tell you this one, but you probably know this was just a standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, make it in the middle, just a plain open card portrait. And this is a 1/4 inch smaller. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And I keep a stack of these sitting on my desk, ready to be used. when you're cutting them, in my cutter, it takes just as long to cut one set as it does to cut about 7 or 8. So I just go ahead and do that. You want something lighter so that when you write on there or put anything on the inside, it will show up, because it's really hard when you have a dark background. Okay, do we want to put anything on the inside? Perhaps not. I don't think we want to put any flowery anything on the inside. But anyway, here we go. Best wishes. It would be a nice card for a man. Now let's turn around and do something feminine. Let me put these back. Again, these are adhesive back swirl dots, and they're available in the annual catalog. And I'll put this twine back up. And see about getting rid of a little bit of my mess. And this that I am using is 4 1/4 by 11, scored in the half on the 11-inch side at 5 1/2. And a little bit more feminine. So we do love our butterflies. I want to use butterflies with this one. Yes, we have some good choices here. Ooh, and I think that would be pretty on that freesia. And maybe this butterfly. All right, but it needs something else, doesn't it? Okay, what else are we going to put in there? They did give us some backgrounds, I believe. Yes. Here's one that has like some writing. That'll look good with the freesia. We'll use that. And again, let's do that little cross hatch. But this time, let me clean this off real quick. I forgot to wet my chamois, so I'm going to use some Huggy wipes that are alcohol-free. If you're using wipes on your stamps, make sure they're alcohol-free. And again, I'm going to use the same color, Fresh Freesia. So let's put the Cajun Craze back. And we'll get out the Fresh Freesia, because we're just trying to make a texture. We're not trying to make a statement with anything here. Okay, that seems to be cleaned off. And again, if it doesn't stamp perfectly, that's going to be just fine. We can stamp off the edge. All right. So if I put this on here, and our flower, may have to lose this flower. May just be our butterfly and a sentiment. Ooh, and maybe I just got in that near purple ribbon that was free with Celebration, sales of 60 or more. And what did I do with it? Oh my goodness gracious. It's so pretty. It's so silky. It makes beautiful bows. And I don't know what I've done with it. I apologize. I just unpacked all my new goodies. And I must have set it aside so that I would know where it was. Ugh. Okay, so we won't use that ribbon. Let me do one more quick sweep around myself here. Nope, you don't see it. Okay, well, we'll work with what we've got on hand here. I do like that one. Maybe we'll work with another ribbon. Pink, let's see. Petunia pop. Whoop. Would petunia pop go with that? Might be a bit bright for what we're looking at. Sorry. The ribbon is just falling on me. All right. Well, we'll look at that. Is there a one that's any closer to the color? But that one, ooh, that's pretty. Why don't we use that one? That's very feminine. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna pop this one up. It's going to need something behind it. I don't know what yet, but it's going to need something behind it. You ever do that? You just kind of start building and go from there, and you really don't have an idea exactly what you're going to do when you start. That's me most of the time. All right. Take those tops off. I don't know if you can tell the difference down low, but just adding that little bit of cross hatching on there really made a difference in the front of that card. All right. And I want to also pop up my butterfly. And another tool that I love to use and highly recommend is called, here we go, Wink of Stella. And Wink of Stella is just kind of like a liquid glitter. So I'm just going to put, you shake it up. If you've never used it, you push, and that causes the glitter and mixture to come down into here. But this one has plenty. So I'm just going to take this and just lightly add glitter in different spots on its little wings, just to give it some sparkle and shine. I'm not sure if you can tell that or not, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and touch up a couple of the flowers with the wink. Because the person receiving this will definitely see it. Okay. That looks good, but it does need something behind it. Let's look at that vellum that we had. Is that the same flower? I think it is. This looks like this is the same flower. So, but I don't want all of that flower. I'm going to save this part for something else. So I'm just going to cut this part off here. And I'm going to stick this up here. I think. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I'm going to use just a little bit of tape. I just dropped it and it's vellum, so where'd it go? There it is. Just gonna put a little bit of tape on the back because you can see adhesive with vellum, and I do not want adhesive to show. I'm gonna put a little bit more wink on that. It needs to go down a little bit more. I don't want it in the fold. There we go. It would get smushed when you folded the card if we left it in the fold. Okay. Now again, I'm just going to use one of the ephemera pieces that already has a message. Thinking of you? Oh, that's awfully big for a thinking of you. There's a smaller thinking of you. Ooh, let's just make this a thank you card. or sending hugs. Wow, I guess we'll say, oh, how about missing you? Let's do missing you. That's a small and rather dainty. And then on the inside, let's take these little pieces off the back of these mini dimensionals. We do have dimensionals in 2 sizes, small and large. And put this down here, missing you, like it's the name of that painting. And the backs of these dimensionals do go everywhere, be forewarned. On the inside, then we'll put a flower, or maybe that flower we were working with. That would be pretty. All right, let's do that. So I think you can see this little set that's supposed to be 8 cards is going to be way more than 8 cards. I do have a kit class that's coming up the last Monday night of the month in my home at 6:30. And if you go ahead and get this kit ordered and you have it by then, feel free to bring it. Any kit that you order from me, you feel free to come bring it, and you get to pick extra pieces of paper. I also have a retired sets of paper that we use for kit night, and you are welcome to those. Let's see, let's put a little bit of tape down on this end. Also have kits that are, I have one more of this one that's brand new, but I have other kits available that you can pick up and pay then and work on. Just let me know in the comments if you'd like to do that. There we go. Now, very feminine for this one. And you can see we've not even started using our cards at all. And these 8 are going to be 16 because I'm going to cut them in half, cut them down to 5 1/4 by 4, and add them to the front of another piece of cardstock. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love if you make any of these, if you would post them as well in the comments. And thank you for joining me, and have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye.